It will cost about 1.5 million naira to fix this Mercedes-Benz CLA after it goes through this flood. And for this Range Rover, it will cost about 3 million naira. And for this Toyota Avensis you are seeing, it will probably cost about 0 naira to fix because nothing is going to get affected. I know the question on your mind. Why can some cars drive through flood and others can't? It is very simple. In fact, look at it like this. The newer the car, the more reason why it won't be able to drive through flood. There are three major components that flood affects in your car system. First is the electric steering rack. Second is the engine. And third is the brain box or the ECU. Now, depending on the height of your car, the level of the flood determines what goes bad in your car when you drive through it. This Mercedes-Benz GLE 350, for example, is high off the ground. As you can see, it is an SUV. But the flood has affected the electric steering rack. As you can see, it's a power steering malfunction. Now, this is going to cost about 1.5 million naira to replace. This 2010 Honda Accord, on the other hand, doesn't have an electric power steering. But still, the engine has packed up because the water level it drove in was very high. You can see water all over the engine. This engine is going to cost about 2 to 2.5 million naira to replace. For this Toyota Camry Big Daddy, nothing is going to get affected because look at it. The water level is just at the midpoint of the tire's height. It doesn't have electric power steering, so the flood is not going to affect this car. But this 2016 Toyota Corolla being pushed on this bridge has an electric power steering that costs about 250,000 naira to replace. And also you can see the water level, it is very high. So that engine is probably damaged. That is why they are pushing it. That is going to cost at least 2 million naira to replace if repairing it isn't an option. This Honda Civic doesn't have an electric power steering, but it has stopped working. Either water entered into the engine or water entered into the brain box. Why? The water level was very high. Bottom line is, before you go out to that car in the flood, you need to ask yourself these three questions. 1. How high is my car compared to the height of the flood? If you cannot answer that question with conviction, then you should not take out the car, because any flood that enters your car when you open the door is going to affect your car very bad. Whether it has power steering or not, it's going to enter your engine, I mean the water. 2. Does my car have an electric power steering? If it does, don't drive it out. Don't drive it out at all. Now, electric power steering is not a bad thing. That is what makes your steering very soft. It makes it very soft. Feels like you never have a steering, you're just turning. But yeah, water affects it, sadly. The third question is, are there holes under my car that when I drive through flood, water is going to seep into the car and start to affect things? Make sure to share this video with somebody to save their cars and save their pockets. My name is Crank, and this is 234 Drive.